This is the third in a series of videos on Introduction to Logs, and this one simply continues where the last two left off. And this one, what we do is when we look at rewriting in exponential form or log form. So again, we want to start the same place, that is with some simple example. This is the one that I use. 3 to the 4th is 81, and the third log of 81 is 4. And the first expression we have is called exponential form, and the second one here we call log form. And what you're be asked to do is either take something written in exponential form and rewrite it as a log, or take something in log form and rewrite it as an exponent. And let's look at an example. The first example here is I've written it in an exponential form. 7 to the third is 343, and you'll be asked to write it as a logarithm or log. And the way that I do this is I start with a simple example. This is the one I always use. 3 to the 4th is 81, and the third log of 81 is 4. And I simply use this example. 7 to the third is 343, and I match the numbers essentially. So if you notice here in the exponential form, the 3 is the base of the exponent. Now it becomes the base, the subscript of the log, so that becomes the 7th log. And the result here, 7 to the third is 343, now becomes the argument of the log. In the same way that 3 to the 4th is 81, the result now becomes the argument. So that's the 7th log of 343 is equal to whatever the exponent is, 3. Right? You have the base of the exponent becomes the base of the log. The result of the exponent becomes the input of the log. The result of the log is the power of the exponent. And that's how you do it. In fact, that's the way we would write it. We'd write log 7, 343 is 3. The second example you might be asked to do is you might be given the problem in log form, and it'll say write it in exponential form. And here you just go backwards. Here we have log base 6 of 1296 is equal to 4. You might be able to do it without your example. The base of the log becomes the base of the exponent. The result of the log becomes the power, and the argument of the log becomes the result. But if you can't do it without the example, just write the example down, right? 3 to the 4th is 81. Log base 3 of 81 is 4. If you notice, each one of them are corresponding. The base 3, base 6, becomes the base of the exponent. Base of the exponent. The result of the exponent becomes the argument of the log. The argument of the log becomes the result of the exponent. The answer to the log becomes the power in the exponent. The answer to the log becomes the power of the exponent. So the way to write this would be six to the 4th, 1296. The reason I showed this third example here is you can do this even in cases where you can't really even do the exponents in your head. 18 to the 2.5, I have no idea what that is, but it doesn't matter, right? The base of the exponent becomes the base of the log. The result of the exponent becomes the argument of the log. I used an approximately equal sign, so I have to use an approximately equal sign here. The power of the exponent becomes the result of the log. And if you're given a log problem and you need to go backwards, you do the same thing. This is 6 raised to the 5.5 is approximately equal to 1947. And on a homework problem or a test, this will say, it'll give you one of these, and they'll either say write in log form or give you a log and say write in exponent form. Here's 4 examples, and I'm going to hit want you to ask to hit the pause button for a second. So what I want you to do is answer these 4 questions. In these 2 problems, I want you to rewrite each one of these in log form. And in these 2, I want you to rewrite them in exponent form. Pause the video while you work through those problems. Let's see if you got those examples right. So here you have 5 to the 4th is 625. So what we're going to have is we're going to have log base 5 of 625 is equal to 4. And if you can do these in your head, or if you have a calculator, you can always just check these on your calculator after you learn how to do these on your calculator. 2 to the 7th is 128. To write this in the log form, we want to go log. We have to think about what the base of the log is. The base of the log is going to be the base of the exponent. Now what's the argument of the log going to be? It's going to be the result of the exponent. And the result of the log will be the power of the exponent. Let's look at these. Now here you have the 3rd log of 243. Is 5. So let's see if we can figure out what that's going to be. The base of the exponent is going to be the base of the exponent and the base of the log are the same. The result of the log is the power. So that's 3 to the 5th is equal to 243. And for this one, the 5th log of 625, that's actually exactly the same as this one. You have 5/4 is equal to 625. And that's how you rewrite in log form and rewrite in exponent form. We're going to pause this here. We're going to stop this video here and then we'll go on to the 4th video next.